never happened before. It had never happened before. It happened last month, and now it happened twice. Will it happen somewhere else next? Nobody knows. But the reaction and the celebration around the world today was stunning. In Amman, Jordan, thousands gathered near the Egyptian embassy to celebrate, dancing and cheering and shouting congratulations in Arabic to Egypt. In Beirut, Lebanon, fireworks broke out to celebrate the news out of Egypt, along with more scenes of dancing and cheering in the streets. In Gaza, the sound of car horns honking, ringing through the city. Palestinians took to the streets, firing guns in the air to celebrate. As Egyptians gathered to celebrate in Tahrir Square in Cairo, thousands took to the streets in Yemen's capital city of Sana'a. Demonstrators chanted yesterday Tunisia, today Egypt, and tomorrow Yemenis will break their chains. Thousands reportedly turned out to celebrate in Doha, Qatar as well. When we compare what happened today in the Middle East to the Berlin Wall falling, there's something really specifically true about that comparison that is worth remembering. When the Berlin Wall fell, it was 1989. We sometimes shorthand that as the fall of the Soviet Union, but that did not happen for a couple more years. While the Berlin Wall was coming down, anyone who says they knew what would follow, they knew what it meant, they knew what would happen next, is lying.
What this will all mean for the political future of Germany is very difficult to determine here tonight. But clearly, there is a new spirit in Europe, and there is a new spirit in East Germany. Whether or not the Communist Party will survive this bold and daring and indeed desperate move, we cannot say.
22 years later, 2,000 miles away in Cairo, same thing, we cannot say. We know this is a big deal. We call this a Berlin Wall moment because we can see that new spirit that Tom Brokaw was talking about in Berlin. We can see that in Cairo today, too. But what happens next? What does this cause? We don't know. But we do know that in some sense, today is day one of a different world. And change is hard. And the reason countries bend over backwards and violate all their principles and lie to themselves to maintain stability above all else is because stability is the devil you know, and change is the devil you don't. Unstable is a synonym for dangerous. We think of the Berlin Wall falling as all good change, yet a generation down the road, post-Soviet Russia is one of the most corrupt nations in the world, ranked worse than Haiti, ranked worse than Zimbabwe, ranked worse than Pakistan. Sudden events with far-reaching consequences are as worrying as they are inspiring on some days. But on days like today, the inspired part of us beats back the worried part just for this moment. Because things like this, days like this, remind us that not everything is foretold, that not every fate is sealed, that no trajectory is permanent, that surprises happen. Black swans, golden tickets, whatever you want to call it. Days like this go on the Brokaw shelf. Days like this remind us that we're alive, and we are lucky to be alive to see these days. This is a big one, big day.